to admit that he struggled last week. He was tight and tense. He says this week he'll be more calm and confident.
And he will get the ball first. The Hawkeyes won the toss. They'll take the football from the 25-yard line.
He is a big guy that likes to let it go.
He has Caleb Johnson in the backfield, who he had back last week off an injury for a couple of weeks, and he has the first carry. Caught 5 balls of the 6 completions last week for the Iowa Hawkeyes, who run it once again. It'll be 3rd down against this Wisconsin defense. Iowa is not very good on 3rd down at all. 27%, 128th in the nation. This a handoff for Leshon Williams, and he has a first down. 12.5 of plays last week, only had really 1 good one in it, as this is a carry for Johnson.
Against that very sound defense we talked about in the open.
Big formation once again for Iowa, and it is Caleb Johnson into the body of Wohler and Hallman. It's a first down. And that was the 3rd tight end, Johnny Pascuzzi, with a big block on that carry. They'll run right into Zachman. They won last year with a total of 146 total yards of offense, as Williams is into the wash for a very short gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 4, which is manageable for Iowa. He's finding out here on the opening possession. Off play action, it's a middle screen, and it's incomplete. Torrey Taylor, who has all of 1 touchback in 36 punts all season long. And this one, again, won't be a touchback. Needed a quarterback. They got one in Tanner Mordecai, who's not been as prolific, but that's in part because Braylon Allen has been so productive.
And against this defense, I have a sense his legs are going to come into play.
He's set to throw on 2nd down, and he rips it straight up the middle. That's a first down for the Cincinnati transfer, Will Pauling. And a gain of 12. So the offensive line, Wisconsin, well known for its offensive line. Tanner Bortolini struggled a bit last week with snaps. They're going to go tempo here, but Braylon Allen will be a focal point of this offense for the 3rd straight year for Wisconsin. Mordecai cuts it loose downfield. Oh, what a grab by Bryson Green! He was battling with a very good corner, Cooper DeJean, for the Iowa Hawkeyes, and that is overwhelmed.
Do not see many teams go after him.
Pump fake. Mordecai breaks it down. There are the legs with a jab step, and that should be a flag. Shifting on the line for Iowa, they rush 4, and it's Mordecai to run again, and he does not get the outside. Crowd loves it. They've got to get to the 30. 4th and 4 for Mordecai. And it's low, and it's Bryson Green, and he did get the hands underneath. First down.
With tight, tough catches.
Luke Fickle said yesterday they had drops. It was something of an issue, a little too much in that department.
2 if you want to do the math.
Here is Allen on the run, straight ahead, a bowling ball for a gain of 9 into Schulte. And we have a whistle and a marker, some movement on the right side of the line. He went out and found Phil Longo, the offensive coordinator who was with Mac Brown at North Carolina. 3rd down and 6 for the air raid philosophy. Mordecai, and that's going to be short of the sticks to Pauling. Couple extra tight ends. Riley Nowakowski came into the ball game, among others. And it's a counter handoff. DeJean is back there.
He gets the 4th down stop.
After an 8-play drive on their first touch, the Hawkeyes start from the 15.
If there's one thing that Deacon can really do, it's push the ball down the field.
Big play here to stay on schedule. It's a 2nd and 9 run for Williams, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. Deacon Hill, clean pocket. He lets it rip down the middle. It's a first down. Iowa was 6 for 40 on 3rd and 7+ before that completion. Pressure coming, all again the target. And Iowa does get back Jazzy and Patterson for the first time this month. In about a month, he's in the backfield. This tipped in the air and nearly intercepted. 6 completions, none to wide receivers last week in their win against Purdue. This is to Ragaini.
And that is now 3 3rd down conversions in the first quarter.
Here's a first down run for Caleb Johnson. There is Anderson, the wide receiver, in motion. And it will be a handoff to him. Coming the other direction. He runs behind Pascuzzi and keeps his feet and breaks a tackle inside the 40-yard line. Zachman finally took him down. Great run. So there's some more motion from Anderson. It's play action from Hill. He loads up, he throws, and it's incomplete.
One guy with pressure in his face. He feels awful about it too.
Here's his throw, and it is incomplete. Wisconsin showing pressure. They will bring 4 and back off with a linebacker. This is complete for Ragaini, and now a possible chance to go for it here or kick a field goal. 4th and 3, they're going to go for it. And it's a fake the run. They will hand it off for Ragaini, and he is smoked. Drilled by Jeff Petrowski. Yeah, that freshman you're talking about, Ortworth, came on in 4 tight end personnel last week. He's now thrust into way more action. Mordecai deep ball, and that got spun around and incomplete. Pauling was the intended target.
One of Phil Parker's favorites.
Near the pick 6 against Iowa State to help cement that win. Mordecai setting up the screen, and that is incomplete.
And I won't say hypotenuse, even though he wanted me to.
You just did. 3rd and 10 for Wisconsin. Couple of incompletions, just like Iowa's last. Bogged down, and this goes to Bryson Green, who had the long catch against DeJean earlier. Even though they've played a lot of plays, the offense is averaging the fewest plays per drive in the country, and a marker is in on 4th and 3.
False start. Offense, number 36. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
You know, the first ever game at Camp Randall Stadium, Brock, was in 1895, and the final score was 6-0. You would think it would be an Iowa-Wisconsin game. It was Minnesota-Wisconsin. But this place has seen some grinders, and this looks like it's going to be one of them. DeJean on a line drive, wants to return. He kept the football and kept his feet, but only for a moment. Chaney was down there among others.
During the return, holding receiving team number 27. 10-yard penalty. It's 1st and 10.
The Nittany Lions are deep and balanced and play in all phases as well.
Caleb Johnson on a 1st down run for the Hawkeyes. Iowa averaging just about 2.5 yards on 1st down so far in the game. That's 8 plays for 21 yards.
But 2 possessions, 4, 6, 8. That's about what they want. Shorten this game for Brian Ferentz, Kirk Ferentz. Get it to the 2nd half. And maybe a defensive touchdown, maybe a punt return, maybe one of those plays. They just find a way.
Of the Badgers, we are scoreless through 15 minutes. And here's former Badger Deacon Hill dropping it off for Johnson. And he's got a couple of yards here. Tackle once again for Chaney.
So since that injury,
we'll see how it plays over the course of the game. 3rd down and 4 for Deacon Hill. Pressure coming from the near side, and down he goes. Alexander Smith. We saw the delicate touch of Tory Taylor on the last punt. Now the booming leg is what he needs. He's number 1 in the Big Ten in average punt yardage, and this one drives DK all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Right, that's another 10, 20 yards compared to a normal punter.
He had the option of possibly going to the NFL. There goes the ball. It's sprayed out and incomplete. Man, oh man. Triangles. Mordecai feeling a little pressure, and he throws incomplete. Iowa substituting late. Kyler Fisher off the field. Mordecai steps up and throws for the sideline.
High degree difficulty. You got a way to find a way to hit.
So Tory Taylor had a 60-yard punt. There's a marker in. That's a 51-yarder.
Holding receiving team number 27. Half the distance to the goal.
Super intense about the draft, too, as the story goes. Here's a run for Caleb Johnson, and Iowa backed up, gets a big gash.
That's the margin of error you're dealing with against this defense.
There's a run that goes for a loss of 1. Nice play.
Jason, got to find a way to convert.
They lost 1 on 2nd and 1. Williams, the tailback, and a little hesitation, gets him an alley, and he is gone. Williams down the sideline, and he can score.
Delivering that home run touchdown.
That extra point slices through for Stevens. The play. And now they have a 7-0 lead over Wisconsin. Chimere Dike on the return. and he is across the 30-yard line.
As well, showing the threat of some of that play action.
There's a high snap. Mordecai does corral it, and it's a run.
Everything at you, changeup and a knuckleball.
High spin rate. Aker out of the backfield, and Aker is smoked. It's why in the last 4 years Iowa has allowed the second fewest points per game to just Georgia in the country. This is Aker again, and it's Castro once more. Wisconsin on third down is 0 for 5 as Bertrams, the freshman, goes to DeJean, and they have forced him to take a fair catch once again. And a marker comes in. Now you can't be within a yard directly in front of the fair catch punt returner.
Good one right now.
Very good one. Some blowouts earlier on college football. This is usually a tight game, and that is a tackle. Nick Herbig in this game last year had 3 sacks. That was a shocking snap for Deacon Hill, and some extra yards for Williams, who goes cartwheeling forward. And there's movement at the line. Iowa, the second least penalized team in the country.
False start. Offense, number 67.
Especially when your receivers who are in the game are averaging about 9 yards a catch. You need 13. And Wisconsin shows pressure, and Williams just falls. We'll get to Allison afterward. Tory Taylor on the punt. Inside the 20-yard line.
Of course, you're either.
Here is Aker, who's the local product. Play action for Mordecai. And he'll throw to the far side. And DeJean empty for Wisconsin on third down and 8. 5 in the pattern. Mordecai does get it complete, but it's a yard short to Pauling.
Against Iowa.
For the record, just in case anybody is trying to figure out what I actually think here, you have to kick this. You know, it's such a low-scoring game. You have to kick it, and they do, and it goes bouncing. Congratulations to the Iowa managers. Fun game every year. On a run on first down, and it's Leshon Williams. Downstairs to Allison. What do you have?
A couple injury updates for Wisconsin. Defensive end James Thompson is working through a lower body injury, spending a lot of time on the stationary bike trying to get back. His return right now is questionable. Keep in mind, he's the team leader in sacks. For running back Braylon Allen, though, some good news. He is back on the sideline with his team after having that upper body injury evaluated. He has been cleared to return.
That is good news for Wisconsin. Allen only has 3 carries so far on third down. Deacon Hill feels the pressure, and down he goes. Turner
can't. Wisconsin gets home with the pressure package.
Jordan Turner had a massive game last year against Iowa. 10 tackles. Tory Taylor just hit another buzzsaw inside the 15-yard line.
Got to see those chains move to establish their tempo.
That's Braylon Allen out of the backfield. They'll look off of him, and he slices it right down the middle. Mordecai does. First down run. Braylon Allen to the outside. A stiff arm for Schulte.
In a one-on-one situation, Schulte pays for it.
Braylon Allen again. So he's out. Aker back in. And it's Aker out of the backfield. And Aker is sliced down by Castro.
So good.
3rd and 11. Quick snap here for Wisconsin. And Mordecai to the near side, and it's incomplete. A contested catch.
They're playing him for 30 minutes here. It's become a reality.
Atticus Bertrams on the punt. And this goes side spinning to the 15 and inside the 15. Wisconsin trying to throw DeJean into the football.
How about a shot down the field?
I'm thinking it's a run, Brock. Look at me out on that limb.
How about one of those inside run fakes with a shot down the field?
It's another run, and it's sideswiped. 3rd and 8, short set, and that's batted. It's incomplete, right into the... He's got his feet in the end zone. Cardinal red. Scrimmage officially the 14. And this is another boomer inside the 40-yard line. In NCAA women's basketball, best field position for Wisconsin so far today. And Mordecai scanning. Now he breaks it down. He scrambles to the outside, and Mordecai whips it to the sideline for Pauling. teammates have said no play is dead as long as he has the football in his hands. And there he goes again, just kind of weaving and zigzagging, and he's 3rd down and 3. He can throw, and he will throw, and it's incomplete. Man, Iowa loses Eric All, their superstar and tight end. Mordecai injured here. And Cooper DeJean will let it bounce inside the 5, and another pin job. These two teams use their timeouts here, Brock. 2 each, and Williams on the run. He crashes across the 10-yard line. And okay, you misquoted Chip Kelly. 2nd down and 7. Williams is spun around to the backfield. Caleb Johnson, the tailback, behind Large in the eye. And it is Johnson, and he goes down. He's in the end zone again. They come after him, and Taylor gets it away. It's to the 44-yard line, and the return for DK, and he is cut down. So you'd have to get to about the 38-yard line for that long you're talking about for the transfer from Ohio. And Locke to throw. He comes this side, and it is incomplete. He wanted Skylar Bell. They're going to come with 5 here. Locke rolling out and throwing. This isn't going to land in time. The end of the first half on the pressure from Iowa.
Yeah, unfortunately for Wisconsin, Tanner Mordecai will not be able to play the rest of this game. He is out with a hand injury, so Braden Locke will be in at quarterback. But Luke Fickell said that is not the only thing wrong with his offense right now. He said we have to get a run game established. You're going to see a lot of Braylon Allen here in the second half.
In the second half of games, Iowa's defense has only been on the field for about 11 minutes so far, which is sort of counter to what they normally do. But there is Allen.
First half, a big reason why they were an 0-for on the scoreboard.
Braylon Allen trying to get to the outside, and he's tripped up.
Jason, that's a light box. You've got to run this football.
4-man line. They will run that football, and they will burst forward with Allen.
1,000 yards. Get back to running the ball.
That was a soft snap, almost a changeup that time. He had 128 passing touchdowns in high school. That one is high.
The official there, the referee. Quarterback's in a compromised spot. Don't hit him.
That one's on target.
He can spin the ball.
That's second all-time in the 6A classification in Texas. He takes a hit, and he drives it for DK. Allen, the tailback. They feed him. Off the right side, Schulte went low. Joel said something very similar about Indiana changing coordinators in the early game, and with an injury, sort of a similar situation. Craig flushes him out of the pocket, and that is to DK, so it's 3rd down Wisconsin. 3rd and 4, some options here with the down and distance. And it's a throw, it's a shovel pass. Braylon Allen puts the head down and shows Schulte into next Tuesday. 1st down Wisconsin. A little bit of an odd snap again. It's Aker pushing the leg. 11th play of the drive. Lock play action. He felt some heat. He throws back of the end zone for DK, and it's incomplete. He went sliding down with Harris. 3rd and 7, late in the play clock. He didn't get it off. If they didn't call timeout, that's a delay of game.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Looks like yes, we'll see. He's checking out of the play, it seems. Down to 2, down to 1, just got it off. Locke surveying, loading up to throw. It's low, and it's incomplete. Opening drive, Wisconsin got stopped on 4th down. Now they will get stopped on 3rd down in the opening drive of the second half. 7-3, Iowa with the lead over Wisconsin. Field goal for the Badgers. And this will go through the end zone, just like the 5 current Iowa tight ends in the NFL. Deacon Hill plants and launches. Deep ball left sideline.
Where will Iowa make an adjustment?
Leshon Williams off the tight end block from Ortworth. Crowd now against Deacon Hill, the former Badger. 3rd and long. It is incomplete. Another blast. That's a 62-yard punt, ladies and gentlemen. down the sideline, and a flag comes in on the return from DK across the 30. I mean,
that's going to be a block in the back. I mean, it's going to set up inside about the 6-yard line.
During the return, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 11. Half the distance to the goal, it's 1st and 10. Timeout on the field.
So far today, 5 for 12, but the Hawkeyes have the big play offensively on an 82-yard touchdown run for Leshon Williams. So here is the freshman quarterback, Braden Locke, transferred from Mississippi State on a first down give. It is Ethan Hurkett standing up Braylon Allen.
And here comes Schulte.
Play action. Locke throws this way. It's caught by DK. Jimray DK spins out of a tackle. He's averaging about 21 yards a catch this year. Here's Braylon Allen right up the gut. Tanner Mordecai out for the game with a hand injury. Braylon Allen chopping his steps. Allen is dumped. He's got more than 6 yards a carry in this third quarter. Locke has a wide open room, and then he gets doused. Ohio State wide receiver who put up massive numbers at Rockwall High School. This is Aker. Hey, could we do it together at some point, Phil? And they said not yet, but they're getting their carries. As Locke off play action, loads up. It's a deep ball to the end zone. DK, and it's incomplete against Harris. Light snap again. Allen hesitation. He got wrapped up by Hurkett, who played it very well in the phone booth. Year for Luke Fickell. 3rd down 10 for Locke. Going back this direction, he's got Allen, and he is absolutely smashed. And the kick from Vakos on the way, and he drilled it.
Probably conservative play calling up 7-0, even 7-3.
They have had trouble kicking off out of bounds. This is Weegan on the return from the edge, and Weegan somehow tunnels out of that across the 30-yard line. First down for the Hawkeyes, who've been very willing to run. It's Caleb Johnson, and he's twisted down by Peterson, the sophomore. 2nd down.
Now.
Here's a boot. Hill out of the pocket. He drops it off and gets about a yard for Wisconsin. They back off. Now here comes pressure with 4 anyway. Popped up in the air and intercepted, it looks like. Rodus Johnson picked it off out of the sky and spiked it down to the Camp Randall turf.
Yeah, and CJ gets the gold star. It is his rush. It's his hands that knock the ball up in the air. Here's Getz right here. It is that inside rush once again, getting to the face of Deacon Hill. He bats the ball up in the air. It's in the air for an eternity. And Rodas says, my ball, or does he?
I don't know, Brock. Watch. Let's see. Does this? Ooh.
The ruling of an incomplete pass is confirmed. It's 4th down.
So here is Tory Taylor. Another deep, booming kick to the 10-yard line. DK put it on the ground, and it's going to be back at the 6. Second straight drive that started at the Wisconsin 6, and another changeup on the snap. It's a gain of 1.
Yeah, I think that conversation of the Kirk Ferentz and his son was, hey, listen, the last 6 drives, we've got 3 yards. We got to get more than 3 yards, preferably a first down. 3 yards in their last 6 drives, and yet they're ahead 7-6. It is confounding.
Right now, if they win this game, Tory Taylor should get a Gatorade bath. Another 62-yard punt. Now Braden Locke in for the injured Mordecai with a hammer down the middle for Skylar Bell. And it's 3rd down, Wisconsin.
And this is gigantic. Tory Taylor has flipped the field and flipped the field and flipped the field, and yet there's just not been really any benefit from it. This is a chance. You get home here, you get off the field to finally breathe, to finally get some field position for your offense.
They have just checked in the sophomore speedster, Vinny Anthony, one of the fastest players on the team, at the bottom of the screen in the slot as part of a 5 wide receiver bunch. Empty for Locke, the freshman. Pocket held up, and that sails and incomplete. It was tipped, and Wampa nearly had a pick.
I think it was Max Llewellyn on a stunt. We've seen a ton of these. The stunt's going to come inside. Nope, it was Joe Evans' helmet. It was a stunt, but it was Joe's helmet that took the brunt of that contact, and Wampa nearly comes down with the interception.
Joe Evans and his helmet had 4.5 tackles for loss last week. He was a senior from Ames, and now let's see if Bertrams can somehow get some yardage back, and he does drive it inside the 40-yard line. DeJean didn't have an alley. It's a 48-yard punt and just a couple yards on the return, so a net of about 45. This is like long-form pugilism between the two punters. There you go, 3 yards and 6 drives. That's half a yard a drive.
I just don't think I've ever seen it.
You don't?
I'm serious.
No, I know you're serious.
That kind of struggle. Now, you've gotten the lead, and you understand it. This is just like the way they're going to play. Kirk Ferentz going to chomp his gum and say, what? Are we ahead? Like, this is what we do. This is how we have to play. We're down our tight ends. We're down our quarterback. This is stylistically what we've got to do to try to win a game.
Jay Higgins said it this week, by any means necessary, we win. There is more than double the yardage of the last 6 drives.
Yeah.
That's triple, actually.
Well, and once again, it's the 3 guys inside. When they've got some movement and something going, it's been Colby and Jones and Feff. Those 3 right there. It's paved the way for the 67-yard touchdown a week ago. It paved the way for the explosive touchdown earlier to Williams. Watch those 3.
Jones, a former defensive lineman, now an offensive lineman. They'll run counter action. It's Williams again, bursting across the 40-yard line. Petrowski with the tackle, gain of 10.
Well, they did it again. I mean, they just washed people down right there once again. A little help as well from Dunker. But I was joking about the conversation between father and son with the Ferentzes. But I'm not joking about Kirk Ferentz saying, hey, why don't we get back to running the ball, Brian? Get back to running between the tackles. Get back to finding a way in Madison to finish the game.
College football at its finest. 4th quarter, Iowa by a point. Williams had the touchdown earlier, and he busts through for 5 on a first down run for the Hawkeyes.
Well, you have seen a severe commitment on these last 3 snaps to run right between your guards. Down tight ends, the passing game to the perimeter is just not there. Get back to what you did earlier with Williams and his explosive run, but that is 3 straight hammer shots right between the guards.
For a gain of 5. This one does not go any farther than 2 or 3. Zachman came over from the safety spot. And again, they use the defensive backfield to press from the edge.
So what are you doing? Are you using these 2 calls to gain 3 yards? Are you telling? Has Brian Ferentz been told by Kirk, hey, listen, we're not going to settle for a field goal right now. Too far. You got 2 plays to get 3 yards. Keep pounding the rock.
It's a handoff. It's Williams. Little hesitation, and he's bottled up about half a yard short of the first down marker by Maitre and friends. So if that was the discussion, then this is a 4th down and 1 go. But it looks like they're going to kick. Now that's an interesting one, Brock.
Well, it's trusting Drew Stevens, who missed a couple last week, but Bakos on the other side delivered, and now it's time for Drew to deliver for the Hawkeyes.
Perfect from 50+ in his career, but this is from 48. The South Carolina-born sophomore, Drew Stevens, for a 4-point lead. It is there. He's 13-4. So gum it up, take a dub. DK from the goal line. Jimray DK has the edge, and he's ushered out of bounds. There is a marker in.
That's going to back him up again. Those are those hidden yards that we talked about. There's nothing been hidden about Torrey Taylor,
during
the
the
weapon.
Return, holding receiving team number 86, half the distance to the goal.
You got to be patient, man. There's no quick fix. You've got to continue to run the ball. and play on rhythm.
That was a soft snap. Braylon Allen, hesitation, and he could not get around Deontay Craig. Braden Locke for the injured Tanner Mordecai off a fake, and he was under duress. And
no.
Maybe.
Yes.
Here it comes. Castro got in there. Ball is loose. It's free, and it's a safety. Y.A. Black, Sebastian Castro met in the backfield.
What a well-timed, almost holding that one for the time, for the moment, and put 2 on the board.
Weegan from the 14. And Weegan has a crease. He's across the 40-yard line in great field position.
New systems, feeling the experience of Iowa.
Williams. And that's a great point, Brock, because I know Iowa fans, there's a pocket of Iowa fans who say, it's stale, we don't score points, all that. But the consistency, and we talked to Greg Olson about this. He talked about it in a tight end format, but the consistency allows for development that other schools don't really do.
That's exactly right. And they don't really care. When you've been there 25 years and you're the longest tenured, right? All the articles you want, all the bloggers you want, all the stuff that you're not about. All he is about is finding ways to win.
Williams, not a whole lot there. That's not to say it's always. Down to 5 on the timer. Hill's got to hurry. He stops his foot. 2, and the handoff for Williams. That is a don't really care about the aesthetics call right there to the 50-yard line, up 6.
Well, let's see if Torrey Taylor can hit that wedge he hit earlier. One of the best in the country, not just with his average, but the punter for Iowa's ability, watching him in warm-ups. It's like Michael Dixon with the Seahawks. They just have a control of the ball and a way to turn it over. He'll put that nose of the football down, and he just has such a feel for his wedge.
More athletic this year. He lost 10 pounds in the offseason. This from Taylor. Only 1 touchback all year, and this won't be. Now, that's a fair catch, and that should be a penalty. And it is. You have to wave twice over your head for the fair catch. It was a legal fair catch, and that's just a brain freeze there for Iowa.
Interference with the opportunity to catch a kick. Kicking team number 20.
Reported he's done, and there, a little camaraderie for the freshman quarterback.
Pretty cool. He knows how big this moment is right now.
It's a handoff. It's Braylon Allen, and he thunders across the 25 off that huge penalty against Devin Hilson.
That is a big play from Y.A. Black. This second half, he has just grown up on that defensive. Well, he's grown up all season long. The big old number 94 fell on the ball for the safety. This is back-to-back possessions with a light box. Not a lot of numbers. He's defeated his block and made a tackle.
13 second-half carries for Braylon Allen. This is a throw for the tight end, Rucci, and it's 3rd down and a couple for the Badgers. So, what's your play call if you're Phil Longo?
Well, I love the threat of run. I love that little RPO right there, and I do not mind number 0 if the numbers are right.
And movement. Iowa pointed it out, and a penalty against Wisconsin coming. It would be number 7.
Yeah, they tried to go on 2 there with a clap.
False start. Offense, number 78.
It's the 3rd false start against Wisconsin this evening. Aker in the backfield. 3rd and 7. Locke with Higgins in his face. Incomplete. And a marker comes in, so a penalty came in late. Higgins was right in his kisser.
It had to be a hold on Wisconsin's offensive line. A takedown.
Holding offense number 64. The penalties decline. It's 4th down.
Yeah, once again, just chaos in the middle of this line. You're going to see a 2-point takedown. His bodies are flying. And Phil Parker has said, I'm going to stunt, I'm going to move, I'm going to bring 5. That's Higgins in his face. And there you see right there the center, I believe, Bortolini with the takedown. Didn't matter. 3 and out.
Bertram's to punt. The freshman from Australia sends this one wide, and DeJean will wave it off. It's out of bounds. This Iowa defense has been restrictive all day. This is a run, and it's Williams breaking a tackle and backpedaling. Not far from the line to gain across the 40-yard line. It took Wohler to finally knock him down.
This is where, and I know Deacon Hill is only making his second start, but this is where you say to your guys, listen, a field goal, and we win this game. Don't need a touchdown. A field goal. Make this a 9-point game right here on this drive, and more than likely you bury the Badgers.
Williams sneaks through. He broke another tackle. It's a first down. He ran through Neal initially. Here's Caleb Johnson. You got Castro and Williams. And is there a takeaway in there, right? They've had 10 of them the last 3 games. This is swallowed up. Rodas Johnson, who nearly had a takeaway earlier, stops Johnson, Caleb, third down.
Yeah, Logan Jones just could not get to him. Too far to reach. Watch the center here. He's trying to come all the way across. He just could not get to Rodas. The tackle for loss. And a 3rd and 10 that I'm going to guess Iowa will play conservatively.
You would imagine so. 7 tackles for loss for Wisconsin defensively. Hawkeyes are 4 for 15 on 3rd down. It started so promisingly. This play had nowhere to go. Gio Paez, the senior from LA, takes him down. And Torrey Taylor, your field.
Is this his 20th punt tonight?
It feels like it's his 11th.
11th.
It feels like it. There's Cade McNamara over on the sideline with his torn ACL a couple of weeks ago. Eric All lost for the game at the very least. Twice the Badgers have started at the 6, and it should have been a 3rd time. This one high in the air, middle of the field. And this doubles his great field position. Hilson was close range again.
He waved himself out after the false start on the last possession. Teammates, coaches have been checking him on him on the sideline. Remember, in the first half, he did go in the locker room to be evaluated for an upper body injury. He just doesn't seem like he's 100% out there.
This is going to be a throw. He's looking at Allen. Hawkeyes instead. He fires for Green, and Bryson Green, who had a game-winning touchdown against the Longhorns for Oklahoma State last year, sets up a 2nd and short.
That was a good job. That was looking off Sebastian Castro so he could fit that little curl route right behind him. A little savviness from the young QB.
Freshman in his first extended collegiate playing time. Here is Braylon Allen trucking forward into Jackson. First down, Wisconsin.
And it's amazing what can happen when those chains move. I feel like, Jason, over the final 5, you got to take a shot.
When?
Braden can spin it. He can throw it. 11,000 yards in high school, 120 touchdown passes. There are one-on-ones to the perimeter. Yes, they're DeJean, and yes, they're Harris, but there are those opportunities.
DeJean at the bottom of your screen. It's play action for Locke. Hopping in the pocket. Throwing incomplete. Green the target. Castro was over there, 2nd down.
Yeah, and that's harder. I mean, that's a cross-country route. That's a deep over in between all the different zones. Right, we saw them on the very first possession of the game. Attack DeJean, throw that go route, a one-on-one with Bryson Green. I think at some point here, Phil Longo's got to get into a formation where he can once again try to give his guys an opportunity. I don't know if I pick on DeJean, but I may go after 27 Harris.
Yeah, DeJean at the bottom of the screen, Harris up top. Blitz shown by Jackson. It's a shovel. It's caught by Allen. Insignificant gridlock, and it's 3rd and long.
That was Deontay Craig, a little stunt and pressure, a little zone look there. He drops off into it. The 250-pound D end is there for Phil Parker's crew, and yet again, another 3rd and critical.
Will Phil Parker bring pressure? Iowa rushes 4. Still nearly gets there, and this is caught, but it looks like it's a yard short for Skylar Bell, and so it'll be 4th down Wisconsin with 3 timeouts.
It's about the 3rd time we have seen this on 3rd downs. You've got to make sure you run that route past the sticks. No hesitation here.
It's not the game, but it's close. 4th and 1 for Wisconsin. Big Ten West control on the line. Braylon Allen on the toss, and the ball is loose. Iowa got a hand on it. Castro knocked it free. He's at the bottom of the pile. Let's see who comes up with it. The Badgers do have a first down. Take a snap. Play action fake. Locke feels it. He gets hit. The ball is loose once again. And it was Graves that knocked it free this time. Let's see who has the football. There's a marker down in the offensive backfield as well.
Well, that's going to be a hold on Wisconsin against Y.A. Black. Doesn't matter. It doesn't look like.
This is Iowa football. Jay Higgins crowbarred it away at the bottom of the pile.
Remaining on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
He got the takedown. He got the ball. Can the Hawkeyes run 3 minutes off the clock to take control in the West or score? Williams torn down by Wohler.
But once again, where are they running? They are running right behind that left side, and Rusty Feth. What do they play for? The Rusty
Toolbox.
Yeah,
the
they play for the Rusty Toolbox.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Rusty Feth has had himself a game because most of these runs have come right behind him, and Hunter Wohler hanging on for dear life because that felt like it was going to the house.
It looked like that touchdown from earlier. Wisconsin just used its first time out. This is the most rushing yards in Madison for a Hawkeye since the great Cedric Shaw put up 214 against Barry Alvarez's Badgers that day.
And remember, it was Caleb Johnson with 134 a week ago, right? I mean, it was supposed to be Caleb Johnson, and Leshon says, no, not so fast. If I get my opportunity in this rivalry game, I'll show what I can do as well.
Let's go get everybody off the scene.
7 yards a carry for Williams. He'll get a blow. It is Johnson on the run, and he dives to the 20. Timeout, Wisconsin. 2nd down run. It's Johnson, and he is torched behind the line by Alexander Smith. A first down would really make that difficult. Ball is loose. And every Miami Hurricane fan watching this game said, see, it happens to somebody else. Drew Stevens from 40. On the way, and once again good.
But they do it carrying the burden of their team along with the special teams.
Timray DK is tripped up inside the 20-yard line. No, that it does feel a little old school when you have to use the phrase forward pass. Here's a throw down the middle, and it is Pauling, and he hangs on to the football at the 35.
6 points, 2 field goals.
Yep.
Knock a QB around. Knock a QB out of the game. Look at that.
This in the last 8 years. When up by a possession, the Hawkeyes are 68-2. It's unreal. Locke steps up and throws incomplete. It's off the hands of C.J. Williams.
And we said in the open for Luke Fickell in this Wisconsin crew that is trying to come into the new air raid philosophy to spread this field a little bit to attack. We said this would be a great measuring stick. They get to figure out as a Badger little guy there what exactly you are.
Yeah.
And what you are right now is physically just not at the maturation that the guys are in the other side.
Especially when you're without your quarterback. Here's another throw. This comes to the near side, and it's Pauling.
But even with Tanner, you didn't score in that first half.
Correct.
So before he got knocked out in the final minute, in fact, your 2 field goal drives and your best operation was some of the mix of run and pass, and Braden Locke doing his thing. But for Phil Longo, he's playing the long game. He knows this isn't about one day. He's got to get this group better. He's got to get his 6th-year quarterback hopefully back, and I'm sure there will be plenty of news after this game just where Tanner's right hand is.
3rd and 3 throw, and that's batted down right at the line.
Logan Lee.
Blocked a kick in the Iowa State game. The only married player on the team for the Hawkeyes. His wife Tori lived with like 6 guys on the football team.
Bless her heart.
Man, he said she is the toughest person I know. Fourth down and the ball game for Wisconsin to hang around, and this throw does get to the sticks. It is a first down, and it's Pauling. Homewood Flossmoor High School's own Will Pauling.
And just could not get that explosive play. Got it in the opening drive, and since then just have not been able to get anything at 20+.
With the band playing, it's a high throw, and Bryson Green throws it a life raft. First down for Wisconsin. A minute to go. Wisconsin has not lost yet this year in the Big Ten. They do have a home game left with Ohio State in a couple weeks. What will their personnel look like at that time? Here comes Higgins. Here comes some help in the defensive line as well, and that sails out of bounds, incomplete. Nick Jackson was in there too.
Phil Parker just kind of picks his spots, doesn't he? Both linebackers are going to come. Higgins is going to come. Jackson's going to come. Around on that stunt, and honestly, Braden is going to say what Tanner's going to say, which is, man, that is a defense that is no fun to play against. They just feel like they're everywhere. There is never just a wide open anybody.
Here comes Craig. He hit him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Castro, and how fitting is that? Phil Parker gets kudos from his head coach and a big hug for Kirk Ferentz from Jermari Harris. The defense stifling again.
So good. Team defense. Deontay Craig's coming around. He's into the quarterback. He hits, he impacts the throw, and who's on the other end?
Sebastian Castro with his 3rd pick of the year.
And you know what? He could have taken it to the house. He could have added to his own stat line and padded his stats. He really could have. But he knows that's not how we do it at Iowa. All we do is win, win, win. 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a pick, a pass breakup. Sebastian Castro is some kind of college football player.
If you asked, what is the most Iowa win you could dream up? This would be it.
A touchdown run, a couple field goals, a safety, and you don't give up 1 touchdown yourself.
Back-to-back wins against the Badgers for the first time in nearly a decade and a half, and the former Badger is electrified. Deacon Hill and Iowa get a victory for Kirk Ferentz, 15-6, and the Hawkeyes are currently in control of the Big Ten West.